And just like I can tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? To the young brothers, you know what I'm saying? Man, look here. You gotta be very, very careful when you on them jobs, man. Because sometimes you can be on them jobs and you know, you don't want to go to and mess your job up. So you real nice, you know what I'm saying, you friendly, and then you develop a work relation, meaning while y'all at work, y'all have to relate. So y'all have a relationship, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to y'all having to work. Outside of it, it can be different, which, classified as something personal, you know what I'm saying? But y'all have a work relationship because you want to keep your job and you don't want to have nobody going on, causing problem for you at the job. So, okay, cool. That's one thing. You got to be very, very careful. You get on these jobs, you don't know who you standing next to working. You can be standing next to a full-fledged pedophile. You can be standing next to a full-fledged kidnapper. Probably done kidnap and kill, you know what I'm saying, many before. Probably did their time, came home. Put that life behind them. Here you were standing right next to this type of individual, and you don't know who you up against. You laughing and talk. So remember, who you don't know, you don't know. You can't act like it's okay for you to be around a person or go outside of your comfort zone or your, you know what I'm saying, your realm of, you know what I'm saying, stomping grounds to go deal with a person, and then they get you behind the alley at 2 o'clock in the dark alley at 2 o'clock a.m. You way out of your, you know what I'm saying, out of your comfort zone. The hell, I'm here with you and you got 5 people with you. How I let you conversate with me? We walking, standing in front of a well-lighted store around, a bunch of people, to where me and your conversation allow me to let you lead me away from the store in a dark alley around the corner. Nobody around, and 5 niggas just popped out the corner. How stupid could I be when you don't know people? Remember, that's what it is. You don't know people, and to know somebody, it take 2 to 5 years. You don't know nobody. You don't know nobody in 1 year. So be careful. That don't mean to try to stick around somebody that ain't no good and keep them around you so you can figure out something about them in the next 2 to 5 years. Nah, I don't mean that. Just know that you don't know people, even if you think you know them. Some people, you know what I'm saying, been all type of killers and murderers. You know what I'm saying? Evil men, dangerous men. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They may be on the run. Move to another state, get with a woman, and get what she say the whole time he killed and murdered, almost killed her and murdered the whole family. I didn't even know he was like that. I only been knowing him for 6 months, for like 8 months, and he was the best person I ever met. So now, you gotta be careful. Sometimes you can be chilling, you at work, dude seem cool. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, man, bro, you blow. Yeah. Okay, man, yeah, man. We get our work, man. We can go drink some beer. You know what I'm saying? Engage in some cannabis or whatever. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Get off work. You go with this person, boom, boom, boom. You go get freshened up. They go get freshened up. Y'all call one another. Hey, man, let's meet at this club. Meet here. Oh, man, they tell you, man, come over to the crib. I'm over here at the homies' house. Or I'm over here at my partner's house, man. At my friend, at my homeboy's house. You go over there, and it's 8 niggas in there. You're like, God damn, what the fuck kind of shit is this? And then they may seem cool, cordial, but you see the heavy intoxicants that they're dealing with, the narcotics that they dealing with, you know it's gonna be hard for you to accept being around people that's, you know what I'm saying, under this type of mind frame. They may be doing some washing powder, maybe doing some run. You know what I'm saying? Maybe doing some polar bear. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to looking, or they may be messing with the sherm tree. And you looking like, these individuals don't look too stable, mentally stable. You know what I'm saying? They lean all over and they don't even know, you know what I'm saying, they exist. They don't, you know what I'm saying? No, he bring you to that type of situation. You're like, man, your partner cool? Because he all in my face, yelling on the stage. Oh, man, chill out, man. He just smoking that dip and stuff, man. Man, stop, man. Get up out the way. Nah, bro. Time for you to move around. Don't mess with that nigga no more. The first time you bring me near the idea of danger or I'm uncomfortable, my rule is I'm going to walk away from, you know what I'm saying, from BS. And if you really get upset, you really get angry with somebody, you run away. You know, now if you just have disagreement with an individual, hey, just walk away. You walking away from yourself of potentially be placed in a box for 10 or 12 years because that person wasn't ready to take it there as fast as they thought, you know what I'm saying, they was. So you move away from that because you already ready to go there, and you looking at them, you only had no idea how I'm coming or that I'm coming. So you walk away from confrontations. And if you really get angry to where you ready to do something to somebody, run away the opposite direction. This get the nigga to life in jail when you wrath. Like the Bible says sometimes, the Lord is wrath with the earth, or wrath with the people. That means violently angry. Yeah, no, you run away from these people, these cats. Run away. So, like I said, when you see an individual and they place you in a very, very uncomfortable situation because you ain't had no intention of bringing in around 5, 10, 12 dudes, and then these guys don't look like they in here reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Or doing crossword puzzles. They don't look like they in here doing that. You know what I'm saying? So why you know what I'm saying? Hey. That can be a sign right there. That's how people get robbed, because you hanging around a nigga. You kick it with him, you can follow him, you go, he got you around 10, 12 dudes. Oh man, we were playing Madden. Bro, one if not two of them niggas up there thinking about robbing, you can get what? That's who brought you there, that's they friend, that's they cousin. You ain't they people. That's how niggas go somewhere. Nigga ain't gonna rob you right there when you come. I ain't gonna ask, hey man, he pretty cool. Where you stay at? Oh yeah, he cool, man. That's a good guy. I work with him. Yeah, he stay up right up the street, man. That person ain't gonna be thinking right then and there. And that's how you catch somebody off guard. So, you dig your prior information out of them. Yeah, man. Hey, baby, bro, who that dude was you brought here last night? Oh man, yeah, he cool, man. I work with him. Yeah, man. Where he stay at, man? He stay over there on the north side, on 33rd Street. On 33rd Street. I know what 33rd Street is. I know people over there. Oh, is that green house? No, it ain't the green house. It's the brown and white one. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know that house. And then that person's family, who you work with, can be the one come straight to your house, look in that area, breaking your car, breaking your house. This how robberies happen to you when you go around a dude who you really, really don't know, or a dude got you in the mix with a whole bunch of individuals that you did not subscribe to be around, or you did not say, man, I'd rather be around here. Just got you around a bunch of random crews and random cliques. Nah, We ain't making no money, having no business to a point to where I got to be there. Man, fuck your party. Cause one of them niggas is going to get it in their mind to try to do something. They either gonna show out because a broad that's over there cut her eye at you and he watching her watch you. Bam. That's how niggas get on you. You be like, man, why this nigga don't you know me? No, he don't know you. But it's a bitch out there that he like. It's a bitch out there he like. And he seen her look at you. That's how this nigga you don't know, that don't know you, got linked up to you because he watching abroad, is watching you. That's how it is. Shit can happen like that. Give a nigga want to try to get tough. Get the ass whooped. Now here you is, violating your probation, violating your parole for a have-not. You know what I'm saying? Have-not nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. If you can see it and keep your temper, walk away. Walk away. And don't walk away like Job and his wife and you turn around and look back. You know what I'm saying? Or Lot and his wife, when they was told to walk away, get away, and they said, what? Don't look back. That's how you got to do these cats. You know what I'm saying? Oh, whoa, you want to talk crazy to me? You want to call me all outside my name? Cool. Walk away. Keep your poker face on. Don't let them know if you're scared. Don't let them know if you think about ripping their chest out through it long and snatching it all through it. No. Nah. Walk away. If you can keep your temper, walk away. Because 9 times out of 10, you will never see that person again. You will never have that argument with that person again. Because guess what? You stopped fooling with them when you walked away. So you just saved yourself 5 years. Easy. Plus, on top of $35,000 in lawyer fees. I promise you. Just for getting on the nigga ass. I promise you. You just saved yourself a lot of money in paying probationary fees every month. Paying your fines. You know what I'm saying? $120 something here. Paying your parole fees, all that. You just save yourself that much stress and that much of a headache by not having to get on this have-nots rectum and beat Fickle out of his ears. Nah, walk away. And if you get very, very angry and very, very violent, guess what? You got them Jordans on, my nigga. Run away. You run away from yourself and what you know you can do that's very, very damaging and destructive. Why not be an angel, you know what I'm saying, and revert from being a devil? That's what gives you that angelic ability, because it's easy to do what's wrong when it feel good. It's easy. It felt good to slap that person. It felt good to shoot that house up. It felt good, you know what I'm saying, to get some gasoline and you know, go and destroy, burn up people's property. It felt good to take that bleach out and put it on somebody's clothes. It felt good to do evil when you want to do it. Not something that you don't want to do. But a real angelic being is one that still had emotion. They still had that urge. They still had that lust. And they decide to subscribe not to do it. That's real true power. Not doing what you want to do when you really want to do it right now. Why a lot of parents abuse their kids because the child make them so mad. Sometimes every parent had that feel that I want to just really, really slap you side your head inappropriately. Some parents may have that thought, but I know good parents don't do that. Well, every parent has had that thought somewhere within an inch of a fragment of a second of 18 years raising somebody from birth. You know, I know every parent had that idea, even though they don't do that. But being angelic beings to this planet, we don't do that. Just because you had a thought don't mean that you got to give birth to the action. See, the wise and the righteous decide to do what's right over what's wrong. That's the difference between a God and a devil. See, we all are devils because why? We're souls trapped inside a humanoid devilish body. So this body already want to go and get lit, want to go get drunk. It want to go and fornicate. It want to go out here and lust. It has the urge of being here over hundreds of million years because it comes from dirt. And we come from the dirt. The dirt, which is the elements of this planet, but also the evil ingested in the soul of this planet. And that's the earthly, mundane nature. You know, addiction, that's all addictions and lust. That's all the apple was the representation of in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve had never been addicted before. They had never lust before. And that's the root source to all our problems. People have to be able to recognize how to conquer the body. Don't let the body conquer you. Why would you have to say that about your own body? Why? Because it's a devilish thing. It's stuff that this body already know how to do, what to do, when to do. Only thing it's doing is tugging and putting on you till you come on, let's do it. Fire up them cigarettes. Fire up that black and mild. That body has already been here before. It's used to loving tobacco, something that's damaging your lungs and killing you and giving you cancer. That body say, I don't care, let's do it. That body done been here before millions of years. Even though your new body is a new body, but the source and the material that it came from, which is just earth and its earthly ways, has already been here hundreds of million years before. But you a new spirit, you a new being. You in a new area of existence. But their body want to do what they want to do sometimes. That's why people, you know what I'm saying, get 800 pounds, get 900 pounds, 700 pounds. Why? Because they can't stop eating food. They got that addiction for food, that lust for food. They get to looking at that burger. Can't control their lust. Gluttony, which is a sin. So we got some people that, you know, they love the narcotics. They love the cannabis to where they become addicted. Love that alcohol to where they become addicted and become an alcoholic. We all are going to have to learn to deal with this body, and this body is not your friend. It's just a vehicle that you're using to navigate as a free body, angelic spirit in this plane. Without the body, you couldn't be in this plane. A lot of people don't understand this. Why you think that a lot of people that pass come back to earth and look over you? That's a damn lie. That is so far from the truth. Trust me. Your mama, your grandma, your brother, your cousin, those who passed on, listen to me very closely, don't give a damn about what we doing here on earth. That's just how much fun they have. It's just like you sitting here, you been here, you worked a job 36 years. At 7, you know what I'm saying, at 8, 9, 10 hours, you pay your bills, you paid your rent, and you bought your 2 pieces of meat, and it was very, very hard, but you just did what you had to do to get by. You always had a little raggedy car. It always broke down on you every year. And then you had to spend all your money and beg and borrow and take out loans and mess your credit up trying to get the little raggedy car fixed. You've been here on earth. People done you wrong. The women you've been with done you wrong. As a matter of fact, before you died, you were sitting there thinking like, man, fuck this shit. Before you died, you were thinking that shit, right? So boom, you transition on. You jump about your body, you like, damn, Your spirit float around here for a total of, according to Hebrew custom, in the Bible, you can read about that in Genesis, when the children of Israel and the Egyptians embalmed and buried Jacob or Israel, the children of Israel father, okay, who is an Egyptian deity in Egypt. You can go and study about the Egyptian. They canonized their forefathers or their patriarchs or people that were very, very prominent to their culture by calling them gods or calling them El. So you can Google Jacob El, and you'll see the God of Egypt. Not like God the Most High, but a God, meaning a very, very highly a godly spirit having person that lived and was very, very influential in their culture. They put God onto it, or they put nature, onto their name. Same way with the Hebrews is Elohims. When it said let the Elohims make man, Elohim, it said let us. The us they talking about is us. The ancient black people who now today is downtrodden and that they put in slavery. And don't trip over the slavery shit, because we done did this shit hundreds of times. It's a cultural thing with us. That's why the children of Israel told the prophecies of us going to slavery 5,000 years before it happened. Meaning it was not, we wrote it down that we was going to slavery, and today they published it and call it the Bible. But these were prophecies that we had been telling people for 5,000 years. That's where you get Jesus from. It's us, these people, or this man. They'll take the person and they'll, to make it a story, they'll personify a whole nation or a whole race or a whole tribe of people. They'll personify him to a man, and that's how you create a story. So inside the story, this man would be basically the king of the planet, the king of the earth, God's divinely chosen man, which is race or tribe, would be who is the greatest thing to this planet, will be robbed, will be killed, will be enslaved, will be in prison, will be downtrodden, and would be hated amongst his brothers. Who his brothers? The 12 other races of this planet. That's why they always tell you Jesus, the 12 disciples, Israel, 12 tribes, the 12 brothers hating who? Joseph. We've been telling these stories. That's why you got Christianity that's known today in Rome and in America. That Christianity come from its roots from back in Asia. When you had Krishna, the ancient black Asian. When you had Krishna, you had Bayal, you had Astari, and you had what's his name? Moloch. Where'd you get molestation from? This is the Christianity that existed, where Christianity today comes from. This goes all the way back 10, 20,000 years. And it was done by black people. The first popes of Europe, the Roman Catholic Church, the first popes that established all that was black. All of them are black. That's why they had to come back and start whitewashing things to cover up their tracks. They didn't want you to know that the black man really did this, because how they gonna help them sell this game to the world to oppress this other black man? See, the ancient black Edomites are the people who run this planet today. That's Esau. But they black people. They are Asiatic, Afrozoid, Edenic people, jet black people. So he got other tribes that he hate, that he don't like. But one particularly is the tribe of Israel. He know them very, very well. They his brother nation. They come from the same Asiatic, Afrozoid region. So he got to sell it to the world to hate black people and the rest of the world, the Gentiles, hate us and oppress us and keep us down, while he's in the background running con on a small elite few white people who know the scheme that he's doing. That this a black man who really telling us to trick white people to hate this particular tribe of black people, to hate black people. While he's in the scene giving us all the knowledge, giving us all the insight on how to trick and run the planet. Yeah, black people still run the planet. That's why you have Mason lodges, the establishment of Masonry. Why black men really don't know that, we created Masonry, and particularly it was exercised at a very, very high level with Canaan, with the Canaanites, Hiram Abiff, and with King David and King Solomon. Really to a high degree, Masonry is kind of a royal king's type of organization. But Masons are Gentiles, primarily Europe, the European Gentile. When the Moors went into Europe, they picked a small select few of white European Gentile that they would teach and they would raise, and they would give them the glory of being around their civilization, their riches. From here, you got the Knight Templars. From the Knight Templars, you have the Rosicrucians. From the Rosicrucians, you have the Freemasons. They had to constantly keep changing their identity because of their wickedness. Once the world know you as the Rosicrucians, and you wicked, you evil, everybody been affected by you. You've been doing evil to people for hundreds of years, and now they got enough evidence. Now they able to point the finger on it and identify that as you. You run off, or they run you off. You go in the woods, you go in the bushes, then you come back out with a new name. Knight Templars. Knights at the Round Table. King Arthur at night. You understand? Constantine. You come back with a new name. After that, everybody get to people. Oh, you full of, you ain't no good. They run you back off in the woods again, back off in the cave again. You come back out. We the Freemasons. Now, can you see the pattern of when God say, "I'm God, I change not"? Somebody that got many names and keep switching up. Can't be no good. But you got this con game that's being ran on European white Gentiles to hate black people, when everything that the white European Gentile has came from black people. From when we was in slavery, and that game was being ran. To come and it took African people to get African people and bring them to America. Let that sink in. White people, white Europeans, who came to the planet late with literature, culture, and civilization. They was late on the planet. They didn't come to Alexander the Great. 400 BC. Right? So you late. You got tens and twenties and hundreds of thousands of years of African people having culture and civilization and armies and war. So you just can't bust out of the forest into the jungle like that. They would have ran them out real quick. Killed them and chopped their heads. It's too. You can't just come into Africa and take what you want. It's too many powerful nations that's been living and thriving, like the Kushite Empire, Ethiopian Empire, Nubian Empire, that's been thriving in handling invaders for hundreds of thousands of years. So somebody had to let them in. And these were African people who grounded up African people, who are the Hebrew African people, Asiatic stock, rounded them up and brought them to Americas. And then you start seeing the understanding that they were selling them to white people, Gentiles. But this game was ran, everything that white people have came from black folks. You got a group of black people that did the slavery and made the world's economy for y'all to rest y'all back on today and build America off of. We gave you that in that sense of one group of black people. Another group of black people are the Edomites who run it, who is in charge of running game and running con on the planet. And this is known as witchcraft and sorcery. Elements that's used in sorcery and witchcraft on a very, very high level of wizardry is going to be drugs, alcohol, sex rituals, and you got to have idols. Idols are people that you handpick. You tell them part of the con game and you put them out before the people as stars, entertainers, and athletes. These are idols. These are people that's nothing. You come by, you give them $20 million and put them in front, and dress them up and put them in front of people, and then everybody start worshiping them. That's idol. That's idol worship. When you see, when you in love, ain't nothing wrong with liking what somebody do, but when you want to change and live your life based off another person because they good at playing football or good at playing basketball or they sing good or they dance good, you gonna change your way from being a straight man to a fun boy. If you want to be a fun boy on your own, not because you see somebody else doing it. Or she can play tennis real good, or play basketball real good, or she can sing real good and dance real good, but she dressed, you know what I'm saying, with come outside with halfway with nothing on, showing in the nude. She come out in the nude. So that make you want to come out in the nude, like we don't live in a society full of rapists, killers, and kidnappers and murderers. So you want to know, don't follow somebody because you like they music or you like the way they shoot the basketball. Nah. So don't idolize nothing. That's why the Most High said you should put nothing before me. That's the first commandment. And then he goes in detail to don't worship animals, don't worship bird or no symbol of an animal or symbol of a bird, or be worshiping numbers or be worshiping colors. That's what happened with gangbang. You worshiping numbers and you worshiping colors. 6'2", 5'2", 9'0". The 5 to 6. Once you start worshiping numbers, somebody who running that con game already got you round up under their spell. That's what God said. That's how you know you got tricked. Somebody got you worshiping a number, or somebody got you worshiping a color. That means it's death and destruction for you, and because you fell for their witchcraft and their sorcery out here gang banging. That's why niggas be scratching their head and crying and out of one eye and trying to see what the hell going on with the other eye. All their homeboys and got killed. All their homeboys locked up. They can't see no more. That right there alone to scratch you out and drive you crazy. That make you wonder, man, something we doing ain't right. Somebody got us under a what? Spell. Because it don't make sense. And you got people trying to make it make sense. That's how you know it's a spell. You can see clear that, hey man, this don't even make sense what we doing to one another. But you still doing it. That's how you know you under a spell. Break away from worshiping them numbers and worshiping them colors and worshiping those football teams and those basketball teams. You know, they logos and stuff like that. People got that stuff all over their house, all over their car. Man, I don't wear none of it if it ain't got the Chicago Bull on it. I don't wear nothing if it ain't got the San Francisco 49. You are deep into idol worship and they got you under a spell. They got you. That's what these ancient black people who run the world, known as Edomites and Phoenicians, who established New World Order. They old way of doing things when they ran Egypt. Before them righteous Egyptian and Israelites ran them out of there. The true Egyptian, the right Egyptian, Tamari came and ran them out of there. Okay? So, black people still running this planet. They just run a con game to let white people tell the world, make them think they doing it. Everybody know the smaller race of people on the planet can't run the larger race of people on the planet. That's a con game that's going on. If it's 37 of us, how you gonna have one race and come with all of us? It don't make sense. It's a con game going on. Make them think the white people run the planet, and we just pimp our lives through them. Sound like America to you? In agreement with Europe and the monarchs over there to you? One thing about Europe, the monarchs, the kings and queens of England and Britain and all, friends, they hate they people. And it's always been a constant fight of the poor, not allowing the rich to downtrot them, undermine them, and just walk all over them. That's why in Europe, they were some most anti-government people in Europe. That's why the American over here, that's where he get that from. They don't trust their government. They don't trust it. They have always, because they know one thing that the aristocrat, the royal elite hate is their guts. But the poor Gentile white European, he loved his king, his queen, the monarch. They love the Pope. They love them. They love them. But they don't get that same love back. And they know it. But when they keep treating them like trash, got them sleeping in dung and feces, and got them, you know what I'm saying, playing with rats, infested with rats and roaches and pigs. That's what was brought to America. They came from roaches, rats, and pigs came from Europe. There was a downtrodden, destituted person or culture. Don't nothing grow in Europe. It gets colder. Too dang gone cold. So everything in Europe got to be an import type thing. If, you know, say they want certain things. Everything in Europe. You know, they have a little growth, but they have some of the harsh type of cold weather. It's cold a lot in winter. You go to Africa, you know, it's 90% of the time it's perfect agricultural weather. You can grow stuff down there year round in Africa, in India, and in Asia. But Europe is a different type of cold. So yeah, you're gonna have a mean people that they didn't experience poverty before. So they hate the aristocrat government. They hate them because they hate them. Over here in America, you think that, hey, everything that they didn't have over there, we know, we got it straight. We know what to do over here. So that's why the European Gentile white person does not hate black people. They not racist over there in Europe. They focus his attention is on the right people. They know, I watch the government. It's our government. They did this shit before. We watch them, look at them, put the stuff in their pocket. That's what Europeans focus on. Over here in America, they are a little bit different with the dynamics of politics in America. In America, it's more focused on, all right, let us get together with the rich and keep shit out the minorities' hand. That's the American European. So the American European is where you get the races that's necessary for politics. That's over here. See, over in Europe, Italy, all of them, that's what created the mafia, because they had each government or each city had a whole mafia of men that whenever the government got out of line, they was gonna get it popping and get rid of them. That's where you get the black hand from, the mafia. It got to the point to where they were the ones controlling politics. So this thing of ours from Italy that came over here to America called the mafia That was them back then still holding on to their roots when at one particular time they always had a army ready to fight against the government. When the government started doing the people wrong, these men from that country would band together and put the government in check. France had one, we get the French Mafia from, the French Connection. Russia had one, Germany had one, Italy had one. These are some of the most powerful ones that really stood up and fought against their government. Britain had one.